Okay, one of the biggest questions that I get all the time from our patients, and what I tell them that they have to do is you've got to get your protein dialed in. Women, I would say the minimum is 100 grams of protein, ideally 1 gram per ideal body weight, and guys typically minimum 150 grams. So, how do I get so much protein? I'm going to show you how I get protein in pretty easy. Like, I'm going to start with breakfast. So, got some eggs here, and each egg is 6 grams. So I usually do about 4 eggs. So that's already 24 grams of protein. And believe it or not, I will have 4 pieces of sausage. So each of them is 3 grams of protein. So that's already 24 grams. So 3 times, that's 12, right? And if you're doing 6 times 4, that's 24, 34. You're already getting like 36 grams of protein. That's already breakfast, okay? So that's eggs, and this is my go-to. I love Applegate. So other thing, so let me give you some more ideas. You can also do bacon. Okay, so I will do typically like 4 pieces of bacon. So we're looking at 2 pieces are 8 grams. So that's 16 grams for 4 pieces. So, and it gets small. So it's not that hard to eat that much protein. All right, so there you go. Other things that I do that I love to do, I never eat 1 turkey burger. I usually eat 2. So here, this one is 22 grams. So if I eat 2 of them, that's already 44 grams of protein. All right, here's a grass-fed beef patty. This one is 26 grams. Sometimes I'll eat 2 of them. So that's 52 grams already. So just thinking, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is 2 servings, and this is pink salmon, so 17 grams. So I usually eat the whole can, which is 34 grams of protein. So for those of you that think that just eating canned salmon by itself is horrible, I will add some avocado, some wok, or I will add some Primal Kitchen mayo. This is the cleanest mayo with grass-fed pasture-raised eggs, and it's used avocado oil. So that's how I get some of the protein in as well. And here is, this is a Trader Joe brand, but typically I will get the Applegate brand. And it's the same thing. I will eat the entire package, and that is 16, so you're getting 12 times 3 servings. That's 36 grams of protein in here. And I will mix some avocado with it and roll it up and have it that way, or I'll put a little bit of the mayo in there. So what else do we have here? So here is some ground beef. So this is organic ground beef, 21 grams per serving. So there's 4. Cut that in 4, that's 21 grams. This whole thing is 84 grams. What I will do at times too is I will cook this. I will also cook some beef chorizo and mix it together so it has a little bit of a flavoring, so I can split the meal for 2 days. So that's pretty easy to do. And then I throw some sausage in there, and then that'll last me even sometimes 3 days, and I just mix the different meats in there. So then you've got my favorite. I love ribeye. So this is a 4-ounce ribeye, and the ribeye here is this is 22 grams. Okay, I usually will eat 1, and hubby always cooks me 2, but I usually will just eat 1 or 1.5, or I'll eat that and a sausage. All right, what else do we got here? Oh, did I show you the salmon? So we got some salmon. So there's 2 of them in here. I always say about the size of, even a little bit bigger size of a wallet, checkbook wallet, a little bit bigger than that. So we are looking at least 24 grams of protein. So that's what I also have. What else? You have your organic chicken breasts. So 26 grams for organic chicken breasts, and that's 4 ounces. So typically I will cook all of this, and I cook it in the air fryer. And I usually eat about 2 servings. I usually have 8 ounces. So you're already looking at about 52 grams of protein. So it's not that hard to get the protein in. A lot of women will tell me it's a challenge, but if you do it that way, it's not going to be a struggle. And let me just throw a couple other things if you're trying to stay low carb. I like to get butternut squash. So I just buy them frozen, put them in the air fryer. Rice cauliflower as well, so none of that's going to spike your glucose levels. And as women, we progress in age, we have more issues with glucose levels. And a couple of my favorite seasonings, you got the Siete, has a chicken fajita seasoning. I got my go-to real salt, and my Trader Joe's Everything the Bagel. Got this from Sonoma. It's just some steak seasoning in here. So there you go. That's how you get your protein in. It's not that hard. I know a lot of people tell me it's hard. I'm like, no, you can boil the eggs and you can chop them up, put a little bit mayo in there, have the eggs runny, dip your bacon in it. So there's a lot of different ways that you can still have your protein. So that's how you get your 100 grams of protein, ladies. Oh, one more thing is I will have some aminos. And I'll probably have to do a whole different video on exceeding your leucine threshold so that you make sure your body's in muscle protein synthesis. And all of these will stimulate muscle protein synthesis because they do exceed that 2.5 grams of the leucine threshold. And that is the key right there. And that's why a lot of the plant-based vegans that are or pea protein, you have to have a lot to exceed that leucine threshold for muscle protein synthesis. So hope I didn't lose you on that one, but I will do a separate video on that. So there you go.